I played the drums with at that time. It was
I did
fun.
too.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that was a good one. Welcome to the Loco Sports Lowdown. Justin, Jarrett, Wes Kerr, Marcus Walsh, the regular trio of late. Max called me today and apologized for not being on the show recently because he's been so busy. And I said, hey man, like it's not a burden.
We
It's
got
not
we
meant
got
to be a
life
burden.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a
with
all
the
burden.
good.
work over
It's
at
meant to be
Cooper County. It's a busy time, especially
yeah.
with spring sports and everything.
Well, they just started. They've had already the Dixie baseball going on and softball, and now they just started the Dixie boys season because middle
Good
school
boy.
season's over.
Yeah.
So that's more going on, and so yeah, they're staying very busy.
Yep.
And then I think it's like flag football season. Like there's all kind of stuff going on when you go through the rec complexes right now. So yeah, I was like, dude, you don't have to apologize. This is not meant to be a burden. To paraphrase the great Todd Snyder, rest in peace, one of my favorite musicians and really just people in the universe. He says, I don't get up here to change anybody's mind about anything. I get up here to ease my own mind about everything. And I try to ascribe to that. Whatever we say here, it's really just us processing it, and we're not trying to say that it's the only way to think about it. It's a thought exercise, and a lot of times, to reason through things and think about it. So anyway, we've already gotten on a tangent just 2 minutes into this thing. We're quoting Todd Snyder and talking existentialism. So welcome to the Loco Sports Lowdown. It's presented by Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV, our all-star sponsors. Mickelson Law Firm, of course, our longest sponsor. They've been with us since the very beginning, and they continue to support Loco Sports, and they support Hilton Head Christian Academy. They're the presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. And a little news on that front. It sounds like we will be having Coach Jay Scarborough and star center fielder Slade Bird either tomorrow night or Saturday night. We're going to see whatever works best for Slade. I put the ball in his court. I said, Coach, whatever works for Slade. If you can make it work too, then that's when we'll do it. Because I think it'll be a lot better to have both of them together than just one of them. And I definitely want to hear from Slade. We got to give him some FaceTime before he goes off to Georgia Southern. So so we're looking forward to that. And Mickelson Law Firm is our presenting sponsor of our HHCA coverage and our official real estate closing attorney. But they can help you with all your legal needs right in downtown Bluffton. Great folks who love all the teams around the Loco and all things Loco Sports. And of course, WHHI TV is all over the Loco Sports. We're partners in local sports coverage, and you guys do a fantastic job with your live coverage and your daily coverage with WHHI News, which I'm happy to contribute to from time to time, and look forward to many more years working together. So
right on. Thank you very much.
Here tonight, Marcus Walsh, and thank you, viewers. Two of you at the moment, I think, for being here. If that's to be trusted, I don't know if it really counts everything, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a lot of viewers tuned in yet tonight, so we're stalling for them. But no, welcome to the show. I know people catch it whenever they can catch it. We got some soccer, some baseball, some softball on tap tonight, and we're gonna have to toll the bell for quite a few Loco teams, but several moving on. But how are you boys doing first and foremost?
I'm doing all right. This was I was worried that we were going to have a potential rain out today with the weather that was on tap. It was raining a bit earlier, but it cleared out beautifully. And it was a nice night, great evening for some baseball, softball, and soccer around the Lowcountry, although there were some games that were moved, including Hilton Head Gilbert, which was not played today. That was postponed to tomorrow.
Yeah, they must have got it up there.
Yeah. So like Columbia area got a lot more rain, so that game was not played. We played tomorrow at 6:00.
So. Yeah, it threatened all day here, but didn't do much. It rained a little overnight and into the morning, but
this morning it did. Yeah, this seemed to be a pretty nice day. I got out and did a little bit of stuff, predominantly doing the Mr. Mom kind of stuff from home today, doing the domestic stuff, but been another great day here in the Lowcountry, no doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I got out to the I was debating where to go tonight, and I started out for, well, this becomes a pretty good tale, actually. This will take us a little while to get through this. But real quick, let me just add this score to the ticker about Bridges Prep soccer, which will factor into the story here. Gosh dang it. I'm trying to make our ticker work here, and we only have 1,000 characters, and I'm running up against it. And so I'm trying to add a score, and it's making me crazy. Welcome to How the Sausage is Made, friends. So what I'm trying to tell you about is Bridges Prep soccer. I was on my way to Bridges Prep. I texted our friend Brett Macy. I said, all right, well, there's 2 games going on over there, so I'll head that way. And I texted Coach Macy, and I said, hey, headed your way. How's soccer going? And he says, oh, we're getting smoked. And I said, oh, no. And I said, well, but baseball was 0-0 when I left the house. And then I looked at it, and it was 1-0. And while I was texting with him, and then I kept heading on, though, soldiering on, hoping for the best. And then lo and behold, I get out by JP2, and I go, oh, hold up. They're at home tonight, boys soccer. So I pull in there real quick, and clearly the game is over, and it's not a festive atmosphere. And I was like, oh, no. So I asked somebody, how do we do? And they said, thumbs down, 4-2. So I said, shoot. So I hightailed it out of there and was about to turn left and head for Bridges again when I looked at Game Changer, and Sherrall had opened it up. It was 4-0, and I was like,
oh man, rough night.
So I go, oh shoot. So I pulled up the other Game Changer. May River, after getting 4 in the first, had kind of slowed down, and Colleton was it was 4-1, and Colleton was threatening. And I said, okay, pivot. I'm turning right. I'm going to May River. So I went to May River, and that was a great choice. Turned out to be a good game. The final score not indicative at all of how it went. It was crazy back and forth game. Like, lead was changing hands every half inning toward the end. It was fantastic and spirited. So unfortunately, for the Cougars, it didn't work out for them. Wheels kind of fell off in the 6th, and they let it get away. But man, they put up a heck of a fight. But May River powers on. But then Macy hits me up as I'm at the May River game, and he goes, holy crap, soccer came back. It's tied. I said, oh no, maybe I made the wrong decision. But unfortunately, the Bucks lost in penalties.
Oh my!
Yeah, they tied 4-4.
You never really know. Those things can
and then lost in penalties.
Quickly, but yeah, good response, good comeback there at Bridges Prep, but fortunately couldn't get the victory there in PKs. But a nice effort. But I was following that Colleton game. It looked like the Sharks were in full control, and then Colleton came storming back, and it was, I believe they had a lead at one point in that game as well. But the good response by May River, and and then of course the offense really got going late. I saw there was a home run hit to the scoreboard or off the scoreboard,
brother.
Like that.
Man, I was recording a lot of at bats, and then I finally was like, I've got a lot of footage here, and it was like 10-6 at that point, and I was like, and my back was killing me. I was like, I'm just gonna relax and not record this one. I'm gonna update the boys. So I go to Sports U to update the boys 10-6, and then Caden Swafford is an absolute tank. I mean, just a moonshot to left, bangs off the scoreboard. 3-run blast, 13-6, and just broke it open. But man, it was a heck of a battle for a good while. But Colleton, what's their pitcher's name? She gave a yeoman's effort tonight, but you could tell she was just out of gas at the end. In the 6th and 7th, it was pretty steamy today. It got sneaky hot. It was about 82, 83.
After that rain came down,
and that rain in the ground baking up, it got real steamy. So I could imagine that she was probably losing a lot of water. Shoot, I clicked on the wrong one. But she did a good job of keeping them in the game. after they gave up 4 in the first. She was able to shut it down. Peyton Craven, I believe, is her name. Defense let her down a little. They made 3 errors. Sharks defense let them down as well. They had 5 errors. So both teams have some things to clean up, but I wouldn't. I'd expect Colleton. They had a battle with Airport last time, but I think they can probably get Airport again, assuming that that's who they're going to play, and get another shot at the Sharks. And they definitely showed that they can do damage. Although May River did not throw Swafford tonight. She's their number 1. It's kind of a 1A 1B situation, but they threw Nagel tonight. So and she went the whole way. So that means they'll be able to give them a different look if they see them again.
That's key.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think Colleton has another pitcher. I think if they had one that they trusted, they would have put her in tonight in the 6th when she kind of lost the thread a little bit and couldn't find the zone, walked in a couple of runs. But May River looked solid. They were resilient. They didn't panic. They came right back every time they gave up the lead. They came right back and put runs on the board, and then they really pounced in that 6th inning. So they're looking strong. Should at least they're in the catbird seat to go to the next round.
Yeah, I believe that.
But the rest of the regions, muerte. 15-3 South Aiken over Beaufort, 13-3 Wilson over Bluffton. And I think Bluffton had a 3-0 lead early in that game.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. That's what I thought I saw. But young team over there, very young team.
A lot of young teams around here. Hilton Head's getting better, Bluffton's getting better, Beaufort as well. So a couple of low or down years for a few of those squads. But man, May River continuing to Olivia Nagel's still there, Berkeley's still. They've got some veterans on that team.
They're going to graduate quite a few this year, but I think they have a pretty good JV group coming up too. So they may have a little blip where they rebuild for a minute, but I do think they'll fall down enough that some of these teams that are coming up can close the gap a little bit for the next year or two. Because like Skylar Ward at Hilton Head, she's only a freshman, so they got 3 more years of her. And if you look at the numbers, she was by far the most dominant pitcher in the region. I know they didn't win a game in region, but numbers wise, and they don't lie, like she had double like the strikeout rate of the others who are among the best in high school in that region. Not including Tevi Mullen at JP2, who has 599 career strikeouts going into the state tournament this weekend. Unbelievable ridiculous number.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a crazy number because 100 in a season's a lot. That's a really good season. And she's, I think, obliterated that several times in her career at JP2. So I'm excited for them too in the Skeeter State tournament. They've got a really, really solid squad, and I think they're going to make a little noise. Colleton Prep always a problem in that tournament, but JP2 waxed them the other night. So I told me they're the real deal in Skeeza. So that's the softball. Baseball, you mentioned the Hilton Head Gilbert game was postponed. Somehow neither Battery Creek nor Keenan baseball has an active game changer. It's really rare that you can't find either team has the game changer going, but we don't have a score on that one, so help us out if you got it. And that left us with just one very big game in 4A. South Florence 2-1 over Bluffton. Bluffton eliminated in a pitcher's duel, and so that means South Florence is going to come back to May River to the tank on Saturday.
Yeah, we got a busy Saturday at the Shark Tank. We have baseball, we got soccer. It's going to be a softball.
Is softball?
I think it's Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, because Colleton will probably have to play Saturday, right?
Yeah,
against Airport or Darlington, whoever.
Yeah, I believe so. But we will have Hilton May River soccer and South Florence May River baseball, both on tap on Saturday. So it should be exciting. But tough to see Bluffton season end like that. It was 0-0 in the bottom of the 6th. South Florence finally got on the board late in that game. an error on a bunt. End up factoring in the scoring. Sack fly made it 2-0, and then Bluffton fought back and put one on the board on an error by the South Lawrence first baseman. Then let's see, you had, I believe you had one on, you were down one, you had one on, one out, and then Schneider lined to a double play to end the ball game.
And Coonsey.
Yeah.
Coonsey with the yeoman's effort. He went 113 pitches, maxed out. Wow. Left it all out there. 2 runs, 1 earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Heck of an effort for that. From that
man, couldn't quite get it done.
Was terrific. Yep.
I was very
solid team.
Yeah.
They got a few seniors in there, but man, they have a lot of good young players as well.
They do. I think they'll be back. I think they'll be better next year. A couple of losses, but I think the younger guys have grown up in a big way this coming year. So I think Bluffton will be better. I expect them to be Hilton Head, getting that extra day off. But that means if they win, we'll have to go right to Hartsville the next day on Saturday. So
there's at least 4 sophomores in that lineup. I know that.
Oh wow.
So they're pretty young at Bluffton. They'll be solid, and their JV's solid as well.
They are as well. Yeah.
They had a few guys that are kind of swing guys this year, freshmen and sophomores that played mostly JV, but would come and have a role on varsity sometimes. Yeah. One other thing going on at May River, the Reverence Ironman tournament is going to be happening at May River on Saturday. It's going to be something else, man. They're going to have USA Wrestling. They're going to have folk style, freestyle, and Greco out there, and it's going to serve as a fundraiser for the May River program, which of course 2-time defending state champs now in 4A, and we showed you Coach Powell's pictures of them being honored at the State House the other night. Coach Powell, Lake City, with the big soccer win over Bridges Prep in overtime.
Yep.
Proud, or in kid penalties. I know you're proud of being from the city. So yeah, that's the 4A baseball, but we had other baseball as well. I told you Bridges Prep fell behind 4-0. They ended up losing 5-2 to Cheraw, and Woodland blanked Hampton County 7-0. So, and then in 1A baseball, St. John's 16, Hardyville nothing. Hardyville had to go on the road because St. John's the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
so they took it out on the Canes tonight. But you know what? I got to say, that was a scrappy bunch of kids. It was touch and go whether we had enough to have a team this year. And we had a lot of 8th graders, and I think even a 7th grader out there playing, along with a couple of seniors and some freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. But it was cool to watch them figure it out. Like, I watched them a little bit at the start of the season, and I watched them a little bit at the end of the season. And I was like, holy cow! Like, they look like a ball.
That's the improvement. Like that is absolutely what you want to see.
Yeah,
for the head coaching staff over there, the coaching staff at Hardyville. So props to them. And now
new kids every day right now.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Now it turns over to your softball, Canes, coming up to tomorrow. If you can find a way to keep it going,
man. I'm anxious. I've scouted. I feel like I'm optimistic. I'm a glass half full guy. I've told them that many games this year were winnable, and we ended up losing by run rule. But I still contend that those games were winnable if we had played up to our potential. And this one is as winnable as any we've had all season. It really is. They're a team a lot like us, Lakeview. They've got 2 main pitchers. They're both trying to throw 50% strikes, about like us. They walk more people than they strike out, and they give up a lot of hits and wild pitches, and they help the other team out like we do. And they got only 1 hitter over 300, I think, according to my research. They don't actually have a game changer, but I scoured other teams' game changers and compiled their season stats from the box scores because I'm a psychopath. So I know that only one of them hits over 300. She's a singles hitter. So they have 6 extra base hits on the season in the games that I was able to find. So, I don't think they're going to bang the ball around the yard too much. I think if we make the routine plays like we did the other night for the first 4 innings, almost 5 innings, then I think we'll stay in the game. I think we're going to score some runs. Our offense is really, it was the best it's been the other night. And I think we're going to put some runs up. Although I will say it's a big loss. We're down 2 seniors. Imani Rivers and Talea Cunningham will not be playing, and they start on the infield typically. Talea caught for us on Wednesday and did a terrific job. But they'll be out because they're dual enrollment kids who are graduating from TCL. Or Imani's graduating from TCL. I think Talea may be going to support all of her classmates are graduating. But yeah, a number of kids are earning their associates from TCL at the same time that they're earning their high school diploma, and so they get to go walk at TCL, which is a super cool thing and yes. a great resource that our kids have here, Beaufort and Jasper, to be able to take advantage of that. And if y'all don't know, you better know. Dual enrollment is where it's at. It's where it's at.
Awesome.
Yeah,
sorry, boys, getting a little pushed,
especially with a bunch of these schools. TCL, I mean, gives these kids just a great number of added paths and opportunities for them to learn new skills and become better workers in whatever field they decide to be in. And it's great to see those kids get those chances to learn and grow as young men, women, and develop their skill sets in a variety of fields. So awesome stuff.
So I've been slow playing it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I completely agree. There's not a thing called too much learning in this life.
Facts.
Learn as much as you can. I did the same thing with, taking some college credit courses with the Columbia School of Broadcasting out of Fairfax, Virginia when I was in high school.
Nice.
Obviously it helped get me to where I am today as well. So keep on learning, folks. And there's no age gap. There's none of it.
Never too old. Absolutely.
That's right.
No, absolutely. I learn every day. Sometimes I wish I hadn't learned some of the stuff I learned, but that's how it goes. But baseball, softball, not the only things going on. We had some action on the pitch as well, and we do still have, regardless of what happens with us tomorrow night, we're going to have somebody left in the playoffs at the Ville because Misa's boys rolled tonight 6-0 over Bamberg Earhart into the third round where they will face, it looks like, who do we got? Oh, St. John's. We got St. John's coming to the Ville. That was the lower state matchup last year. It was a really good game.
Yep, remember that one.
Should be a good one. And then on the other side of the bracket, the number 1 seed held. Charleston Math and Science beat Ridgeland 4-0, according to Misa. And at last report, and we think it's final, but we're not 100%, Royal Live Oak 6, Palmetto Scholars 4.
Wow.
So that keeps the hope alive for a Hardyville Classico leg 3 in the lower state finals, where Royal Live Oaks would come to Hardyville. But both teams have some serious business to take care of because Charleston Math and Science has only 1 loss, and Royal's got to get them, and Hardyville's got to take on St. John's, which will be coming for revenge after last year. So good stuff there. We still got a chance for a big Lowco showdown there, but not in Skiza 3A boys. We were hopeful, but as I mentioned earlier, it was a bummer at JP2, 4-2 First Baptist over JP2, and I think it's final. Last report on Wilson Hall's live tweeting on the artist, the app formerly known as Twitter, Wilson Hall was 3-0, and it was late in the game. So I think 3-0 was probably the final.
So that means Hilton Prep girls for Skiza, correct?
Yeah, Hilton Head Prep girls. The Skiza boys, we got skunked this year. But, we still got May River Hilton Head boys going at it tomorrow night. The high school league teams are still fighting, but
they are.
Skiza. Ian Leslie mentioned to me in a text that, part of it is we got too many teams now. Like we've spread the talent all over the place. Because Cross boys lost as well. I don't have that one on here, but they also lost. So that was the final death knell for Skiza. So it's a bummer there. But that's what we got tonight.
A couple of tough results. JP2, tough to see that, but they certainly battled and then Chris County just able to put one in the back of the net tonight. So fortunate to see those two teams have their seasons come to an end. But I think Hilton Prep has a great opportunity. The girls a phenomenal chance after that 8-1 complete domination, second half complete domination of Myrtle Beach Christian. I think they give them a good opportunity to take down Greenwood coming up on Saturday. Still trying to see if we can find a time and a venue for that. I'm not going to check and see Hilton Prep is anything.
They'll at some point they'll add it to the website in some random place with no fanfare, and you just got to figure it out. I guess they figure like at these small schools, like word travels fast. They'll just let their people know.
True.
But man, it's 2026. You got to like put it on the internet.
Yep.
At least like you would think that they'd have that settled before the playoffs even start, and you know where it's going to be. But,
yes.
Yeah, but then what if somebody asks, "Can we play later?" Because we got our
or what could happen is sometimes we'll have the situation where, well, we got two local teams. Can we play it?
Right, and then that throws off the schedule. So that's why they just leave it as TBD, I guess. But because they just, I mean, they kind of adjust on the fly a lot of the time. But yeah, we still got girls teams left in it too on the high school league side. We'll get into tomorrow's schedule here in a minute. But I think that's all the scores. I think we got them all.
Yeah,
I think we mentioned them all.
We're still waiting in Keene Creek baseball, correct?
Oh yeah, Battery Creek Keenan baseball. We don't have that one. I'm not sure where we're gonna get that one. To be honest,
I've been looking for it. Can't find it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to find that one. I don't think either one of them does a very good job of posting their scores. So, Keenan had not won the game all season.
Seriously, I saw that they were 0-4, and I was like,
but now they got Swansea on their schedule already for tomorrow.
But they didn't post the score.
Right.
They
what in the
that
world?
grade, you would think that they would post, especially if they won, they would post the score and the next opponent.
One would think.
You would think.
One would think. But yeah, Keenan, according to Max Preps, 0-15.
Yep.
So, wow. Both teams struggling this year. Somebody had to win tonight. They might still be playing, brother. If they ain't hit the 10-run rule yet.
Yep, still cannot find a score at this moment. Yep.
Yeah.
I checked again. Oh, we got it. We got it. 16-0 Keenan. 16-0 Keenan. Yep. Their first victory in over 20 years. According to their
grief.
Yep.
Oof. At least you tried .gif. Sliding the cake in the trash.
No, Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we may suffer the same fate tomorrow night, so I ain't tripping. But like, man, that sucks. You thought you had a chance because they're winless. That's how somebody's gonna feel if they lose to us. I mean, because we winless too. It looks like we got 4 wins on Max Preps because of forfeits, but those don't count. We didn't beat somebody. We didn't have a happy meeting in the field and celebrate in right field after it, so it doesn't count. But maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. All right. Musical theater has made its entrance to the chat. All right, let's look at tomorrow's slate. Speaking of tomorrow, brought to you by Little Orphan Annie. First of all, it's not just high school stuff tomorrow because we got a little afternoon delight. USCB softball against Georgia College, 1:30 p.m. in Dahlonega, Georgia. Peach Belt Conference Tournament quarterfinals. I don't know. I know in the past the Peach Belt has made it pay-per-view to watch the postseason. So I don't know about that. I'm going to check on that and see. if you can tell. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have to make a purchase.
Makes sense. I mean, the conference is trying to get those gate fees from people who might not.
I understand it. It's a revenue stream. However, I'm wondering how much it costs. I'm going to do a little sleuthing for you folks here and let you know
while you're
what we're up
at
against.
While you're looking at that, I can tell you.
Well, I've already got it. So it's $10 for the single game pass to watch the one game. It's $25 for the tournament pass.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7 games, up to 3 USCB games, but as few as one. So do you get the $25 pass, or do you just go to? I mean,
the expected value is lower, right, than the $20.
Right.
If you're
But if they win, so even if they won one, you could buy 2 USCB games. They got to play all 3 for you to spend more money than the tournament pass. So it's really hinges on whether you want to watch the other games. It doesn't make sense if you just want to watch the USCB games.
But I was going to tell you that these two teams met back in mid-March. The game of note that I'm going to point out was the Friday, because that was Murphy's first start. They won it 2-1. Now they did lose the next 2 on Saturday, 9-1, 7-0. So it's going to be different. I mean, these teams have seen each other before, but I think you got to have trust in your race, trust in Madison Murphy. This is a potential swan song game. You're expecting her to put up a good performance, and it's going to ride or die with the player brought you here, and certainly
the horse you rode in on.
Right. So I like how this offense is playing. I think they have all the tools they need to put some runs together early and often in a game like this. Georgia College, certainly, of course, they got 10 hits in that first game as well. So can they finally replicate that? I like how the offense has been trending. They've been better as the season has gone along. Can those seniors find a way to spark it? I mean, you look at some of these players who have made such difference to this program. You also look at some players who have gotten hot as the season has gone along, like Emma Brinkman and Alyssa Rose. I've heard Alyssa Rose for
the Lowco zone.
Yeah, Kate Conway has been such a great asset at the top of the lineup. I really like how this team and how this lineup has evolved this year. I think that it's going to be anyone's game tomorrow. I expect it to be, probably lowish scoring with the pitchers coming up. You expect both aces to be in the circle to start off, but I think this one could go either way, and this would be a signature win for Kodieski and their team. Of course, this would be their first conference tourney win if they can get it. And all you got to do is win 3. All you gotta do is win.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Lander is the only team that beat them in game 1 this year.
And you might be right, but let me check. I have to scroll through.
I know Lander's the only team that swept them. And
that is right. Let's see.
And
Columbia State. They
got everybody in game 1.
You might be right. Let's see. Flagler, North Georgia. Yep. Edward. That wasn't. Middle Georgia, Augusta, GSW, and Aiken. Yes. That is true. And that one probably they should have won too, but they let a big lead slip away in that game, if you remember. They were up.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yep. They oh
my gosh.
They were up 7-4 in the 7th. They let it slip away. They lost 9-7. You go 5 in the 7th.
Every game in the tournament's game 1. For the opponent seeing you. So, I mean, if Murphy's got the gas in the tank to go all the way, don't count them out. They can beat everybody in that thing, and Lander's on the other side of the bracket. So's North Georgia. So I like them to make a run. I think they might have something special going on down there. But lots of high school stuff tomorrow as well. Now the weather's a little dicey tomorrow. We're going to see how that plays out. We're going to have to rely on Mother Nature being kind to us. But we'll have some baseball, Hilton Head at Gilbert, making up that game from tonight that got rained out. Softball Lakeview at Hardyville, 5 p.m. start for us, by the way. We're trying to beat the weather. May River at Gray Collegiate, second round of the 4A girls playoffs. Hilton Head at South Aiken, and Bluffton at South Florence. So wishing all the region teams well on the road. Everybody road warriors in this round.
Yes.
3A girls round 2, Battery Creek at Fox Creek. I saw Coach Felix said that was Battery Creek's first playoff win ever for the girls, but according to Max Preps, they had one in 19. So I'm not sure which is right. But regardless, first one in quite some time, regardless. And best of luck to them at Fox Creek. And then one more road trip into a 1A, Hampton County, going to Atlantic Collegiate. I'm going to guess Atlantic Collegiate probably has a unit when it comes to girls soccer. And Woodland will be coming down to Bridges Prep, which should be a good matchup. And Bridges at home is one of our best remaining hopes, you would have to think.
Yeah.
To make it deep.
So. I don't think so.
So that's what we got on tap tomorrow. So we'll plan on rounding all that up and talking with Coach Scarborough and Slade Bird if they're able to join us tomorrow night. If not, we'll try to find another relevant guest to talk to somebody who's
there are a lot of them at this point because
there are a bunch of ways we could turn.
Yep.
Yeah. We get Coach Schmidt. There's a lot of people. And by then, something else might pop up.
Yeah. So looking forward to seeing how many of our girls soccer teams will advance tomorrow. May River Gray Collegiate, Hilton, South Aiken, Bluffton, South Florence. Excuse me. Excuse me. We've talked so many times about how good this region is, how deep this region is. I wouldn't be shocked if at least one, maybe two, maybe three find a way to come through. May River Gray Collegiate team. I mean, Gray Collegiate's very good, so that might be a tougher game, but don't count the Sharks. But I think Hilton South Aiken should be a toss-up, and I think Bluffton. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way up to South Florence. It's still a good Bluffton team, so I'm excited for those girls games and seeing how many of those will survive.
Too bad they're all on the road.
I know all three are on the road,
it's a bummer.
Especially Hilton because they were the 5 versus 4. They very well could have been at home. So.
Yeah, and they were in position to lock up a top 3 seed and didn't get it done. But, sometimes that loss right at the end of the season is the best thing for you. It snaps you out of it and resets everything. And a little humility can go a long way. The ego starts to build, and you got to put it back in its place. So that's the slate for tomorrow as far as I know. I don't think there's anything else that we're missing. I think that's all of them. And then we'll worry about Saturday when we get to Saturday. So shout out to some sponsors. We got Hudson's Seafood House on the docks. Great place for seafood sunsets and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. And the presenting sponsor of Under the Bus, our show on the Lowco Media Network. Subscribe on YouTube to make sure you catch every episode of Under the Bus with Curry Kirkpatrick, Bob Stevens, and Rich Basirico. And it's brought to you by Hudson's Seafood House on the docks. A great place for seafood, sunsets, and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. We've also got a personal injury attorney for you over at Twenge and Twombly. They've got a rare name, but they provide remarkable service at Twenge and Twombly. So remember the name and give them a call when you need a personal injury attorney. We've also got somebody for them windows and doors, HHI Windows and Doors. Coach Barron from Hilton Head Prep won all them state championships. Hung up his whistle and became an expert on a new kind of screens. He's selling windows and doors and improving your view of the Lowco at HHI Windows and Doors. We mentioned it earlier, Reverence Wrestling Club hosting the Reverence Iron Man at May River on Saturday. Going to be a great event all day. Lots of wrestling going on. Reverence Wrestling Club, our official wrestling sponsor and presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. And Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. And I guarantee you, Jay will be over at the Reverence Iron Man on Saturday. I can't get enough. I'm sure Jacob will be entered in all 3 disciplines and going wild all day. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a cool event. If you're into wrestling, we'll stop by for a minute. All right. So that's our sponsors. And that brings us with 20 minutes on the clock to beat an hour to the parting thoughts. Marcus Walsh, what do you got?
Well, I mentioned it last night, guys, but I have the list of folks that have signed with colleges from May River, looking for more to do some stuff with WHHI with one of our anchors here in the upcoming days. Aurora Riek playing volleyball at Albany State University. Ariel Riek volleyball at Brevard College. Thank you, Brevard College.
Yep.
Brendan O'Reilly lacrosse at North Greenville University. Jake Lewis, lacrosse at the University of Mount Olive. Talon Farrington is BXC boys lacrosse.
Boys cross country. Cross country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At Gardner Webb University. Oh, yeah, that's right. XC's cross country.
D1.
Blake Butler wrestling at Lander University. Yep. Lily Sharp soccer at Anderson University. And then Abby Bolin track and cross country at Charleston Southern University. Nice. Caleb Cannon, a guy that I'm familiar with as far as May River athletics, boys basketball at Francis Marion University. Talon Lidke, soccer at USC Lancaster. Eric Robertello, soccer at USC Lancaster. And then Marcus Sean Giles, or Gene Giles, soccer at Caldwell University. And that is the list. Cavs got beat tonight, so they're down 0-2, and we'll see what they can do at home on Saturday at 3. Your Cubs keep rolling. My Guards have won a couple in a row. They score more than 2 runs, chances are they're going to win, and they've been doing quite well at that when they get more than just a couple of runs. More coming up certainly on the signing days and whatnot. I've been working a little bit with Lisa to try to compile a list for everybody, and again, we'll get that on the news when it becomes available to us and when we can do that, but hopefully that'll be here real soon. And then, of course, I'll be out at the All-American Football Camp with Kevin Libby on Saturday morning, and then just for grins, I'm going to go out to the Boys and Girls Club Saturday afternoon for the big shindig over there that I talked about last week with the Notre Dame Club of Hilton Head, with the boys and girls out there. Yeah. So
you staying busy
next
brother.
few days. Yep.
Staying busy. All right. What do you got, Wes?
A couple things. Just wanted to say props to Bluffton for put up a good effort once again tonight. Proud of that team, and gave so many squads in the Lowco a really tough year, and that team especially is going to be one to watch going forward. But we've had some quality teams across the board. Just want to once again wish you guys the best of luck come tomorrow night, the Hardyville Hurricanes. I just have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about tomorrow night. I think this team is bought in. They understand what they need to do. I just feel like they're due for a big time breakthrough playoff win. That would be really awesome to see them rise to the challenge.
I like what you're selling. I do. I really like it.
Yep.
I believe. I challenged them tonight and told them that it requires each of them to believe it. Because my belief doesn't do anything. I can't go out there and do it. So they have to believe it. But I think last night was confidence building game for sure. So
I also want to shout out one of the other players that we've talked about, Donson Kunze, but I want to shout out Carlos Garcia Obregon, who had a really good year and had 2 hits and a double today in the 2-1 loss, where hits were hard to come by in the pitcher's duel.
Large fella.
Yeah, you can swing it. So looking forward to seeing what they do in the future. I brought this up in the past, but today it was made official. The big news that looked like it would happen in the world of college basketball. It looks like 76 teams. They approved it today for the men and the women. They showed I don't know if you saw on social media, but I think the NCAA posted a picture of how the new brackets would be assembled. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to have, we'll have our normal 16 against 16 games, but we're going to have some more games between 12 and 11, 12 against 12 seeds and 11 against 11 seeds. It looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 games between 12 seeds, and then a game between 15 seeds, and then 2 between 11 seeds. So they're going to be, a lot more at-large teams, and only so the bottom Or all the four, or the bottom four of basically the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bottom 12 of the automatic qualifiers will have to play a first round or a play-in game. So all the 16 seeds and then half of the 15 seeds will have to play a play-in game is how it will work for
I hate it.
Yep, for the NCAA tournament. So just wanted to put that out there, and so that's how the tournament will work. You know, you kind of knew it was inevitable, like it was going to happen. But at the same time, I think college basketball truthers are generally on the same page.
64.
I thought 64 was the magic number.
64 was the right number.
They put it to like 65. They had like one playing game, and they added
that was dumb.
Yeah, it's
all dumb. 64 was the right number. It was fine, but whatever. It is what it is.
I do have one more. I do have one more, and it is a fun one. As I pull it up here, I gotta see here. Actually, because I got a video. I'm gonna share the screen here real quick. 10 years ago today, the impossible happened. Major League Baseball.
Is it the bird? Is it Randy and the
bird?
Oh, no.
Difficulties. Here we go. As we pull it up.
Looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one deep left field. Back goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.
Bartolo Colon.
Gary Cohen on the call.
Legend.
The team vacates the dugout as Bartolo takes the long trot.
Listen to the crowd, man. They're losing their mind.
There'll be nobody in the dugout to greet him.
They're giving the silent treatment. They all left.
In the history of baseball, Bartolo Colon has gone deep. I want to say that was one of the longest.
Well, one of those things that we will not experience anymore with how baseball is now situated. We never have the National League, Gold National League rules.
That was a great line that Keith Hernandez was saying right there. He says, he was talking about the home run trot being one of the slowest home run trots, and he's like, I don't know if Bartolo can go any faster than that. Honestly,
I think he was running.
You're right.
That's his top speed, Coach. Good stuff, man. Always a good day when you can remember Bartolo Colon.
Had some great moments all over Major League Baseball, but certainly starting his career in Cleveland. And he was one of my favorites when he came up in 98. He was with Cleveland from 98 through 2000. I think even into 2001, because CC Sabathia made his debut there in 2001, and Bartolo was still part of the staff. Man,
I wonder how old that man really was.
That's a great question. He might be 73 right now. You'd never know.
Yeah, we'll never know how old he was. All right, good stuff. So I got a couple that I scrolled across. One was maybe you mentioned this, Wes, and I missed it, but I'm not sure. Kate Conway, she set the single season Peach Belt Conference record for hits.
Oh, 43. Did not mention that.
That is quite the Peach Belt Conference record. I didn't think I had heard you say that, but that's like crazy work. That she broke that record. So she was first team all conference. I know Whitlock was too. I'm not sure who else. And then the other one was Coach Jay Scarborough, who will be with us either tomorrow night or Saturday, hopefully along with Slate Bird. He picked up his 200th career win against Augusta Christian last night. So
awesome.
Starting in Tennessee and then here, 200 career wins. So good for him. That's a nice number.
Tremendous stuff. And by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. USCB golf gets going in the NCAA regionals, I believe, on tomorrow, or actually today. They started rather.
Today.
Today's the 3rd, the 7th, Thursday the 7th. let's see. Pull up the results right now. Sand Sharks are tied for 9th after day 1. Shot an even par. This is the men's tournament. Octavio Lawrence with a 3 under and Aaron Williams a 2 under par. Only the top 4 golfers scored. The lowest score is dropped. So of those top 4 golfers right now, USCB in a tie for 9th at even par. Florida Southern leads away at -10. Georgia Southwestern at -9. West Florida is 3rd at -7, but still 2 more rounds to go. So USCB still in the thick of it at even par. And obviously, we also know that our good friend McLean Neal is in the women's tournament as an individual. So see how it goes. 2 more rounds to go, but still a competitive start for USCB men's golf in the NCAA tournament.
Outstanding. And then sadly, the Chicago Cubs did not win in walk-off fashion today, but they did win. They beat the Reds again. They're 26-12. They're tied with the Braves and the Yankees for the best record in baseball, and I couldn't be happier about it.
It is crazy. I was just going to say, it's crazy to think that there are only 3 teams in the American League that are above 500. The Yankees,
insane.
the Rays, and the Guardians. With the Guardians.
Oh my gosh! Oh no, the Athletics are now. The Athletics are 19 and 18. 19 and 18.
Okay,
they've joined the fray.
4.
Poof. Yeah, but it could be 2 tomorrow. Like 2 of them are just 1 game above. So
so Cleveland's 20 and 19. The actually you got 4. You got the Guardians are game over 500, and so are the Athletics 19 18. Yep. And then really the only teams that are well over 500 are the Yankees and the Rays. So AL is going to be very interesting to see how that unfolds.
It sure is. Thank goodness Cleveland plays in a crappy division.
Yeah.
Every team in the Central's above
loaded.
500.
Yes, I mean that's
only one team. Braves are the only team in the East over 500, and only the Dodgers.
Well, that's the thing about this whole schedule. It's so imbalanced that you have weird teams in the division. It's I don't know. It doesn't seem like. I don't know. I don't like. I like. Maybe I'm just because I grew up with it. I like. You play more teams in the division. That's how it should be.
I agree.
That's it was a change, obviously, when they decided a few years ago that everybody's playing everybody.
That's exactly it.
The big deal.
Right. Yeah, I don't care for it. I liked it the old way.
I actually don't mind it.
I actually love the mystique of the National League versus the American League, and you didn't see each other except at the All-Star game and the World Series, and it was 2 completely different leagues because one had different rules. I don't know. I liked it. It was
the purest form. Yeah, I'm kind of.
Did it make sense? Probably not. I mean, it makes much more sense to have a standard rule set across the entire league than it does to have 2 different ones. But there was something charming about that too. There was a distinct difference between American League baseball and National League baseball, and it was clash of the 2 when they played each other in the World Series or the All-Star game.
Because you had, when it was at the AL Park, you'd have, rules, and you had Big Papi playing first base. And
I loved that. I loved when they had to figure out how they were going to get their DH on the field. It was amazing.
Yes.
Because you'd have some guy that he hasn't played defense in 3 years and he's in right field. And you're like, oh God, this is going to be amazing. Yep. I loved it. I loved it. So I missed that part of it. But it is what it is. All things change over time, and we'll always think that when we fell in love with it was the most romantic time, right? For whatever it is. So definitely I fell in love in the era of National League being a very distinct league from the American League. And I preferred National League baseball. I like sacrifice bunts and pitchers hitting and all that stuff. And, that evolution, kind of selected for the opposite, which is a more efficient game. We don't need guys who don't take batting practice, batting every 9th hitter. I get it. I get it, but I also like the charm of the old way.
Yep, no doubt.
So
and finally, actually, I have a correction.
Oh, he's got another one.
Yeah. Well, a follow up on my last one, because the women's tournament actually ended already. McLean Neal finished the tie for 28th, 14 over par. But that's a tough course they played at. It was 3-day total, 4 over, 2 over, 8 over. So certainly sure she wanted a better finish in that final day, but still to get to this point, a big accomplishment for her. So congratulations on a job well done, McLean Neal. Kaja Lindquist from Lander, your champion, and the champion put up a 1 over. It was like the U.S. Open where everybody finishes over par.
Wow.
Of course. The course was Cleveland Country Club in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Cleveland, Tennessee. It's in the hills. It's in the mountains. So I imagine there were some pretty good elevation changes and stuff. And your Carolina Hurricanes, buddy.
4-1, I just saw.
4-1. They're about to go up 3-0.
And not just that, but 7-0 in the playoffs.
Yeah, unstoppable. The unstoppable force. All right. Well, fellas, good stuff tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us out. Thanks to you for showing up to listen or watch and keeping us coming back. And we'll be back with you tomorrow night. We'll have another full slate of high school playoffs to talk about, as well as USCB softball.
Yeah, a lot of teams on the road. A lot of teams on the road tomorrow, unfortunately.
True story. And hopefully, Jay Scarborough and Slade Berg. So we'll see you then. For Marcus Walsh and Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Till next time, go Loco.